Yo, what is good, YouTube? Matt Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some more breaking news, highlights, analysis, reports coming out of Green Bay Packers minicamp. I want to tell you guys some of the biggest things I noted and some of the things that I saw from reporters and, some of the coaching staff, what they said about some of these players and some of the people who've been standing out over the first couple of days of minicamp. Now, before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get the video up to 500 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. It will be covering the entirety of the NFL offseason, which includes the rest of free agency, minicamp, training camp, preseason, regular season, whatever it may be. I got you guys covered. So join the family and turn on post notifications. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I believe that it is Friday, which means that minicamp is pretty much over. I don't think there's any more minicamp practices. I think the whole NFL is going on break until the start of training camp, which I believe is in July. But let's talk about what went on over the first couple of days here at minicamp. Now, the one thing I do want to mention is it looks like Jayden Reed, I believe the rookie wide receiver, I believe he was, a second-round pick, right? Jayden Reed, second-round pick. I believe it looks like he's going to be a return man. Now, looks like he could be the punt returner. He averaged 15 yards average at Michigan State, which is very, very good. You don't really see that too often. So it looks like he could be the starting punt returner. He's going to be competing with Keyshawn Nixon. They've been kind of going back and forth in OTAs and minicamp. So we'll see who ends up getting that starting job at punt returner. But right now, I would put money on Jayden Reed, being just how good he was at Michigan State with that job. Now, another thing I want to mention to you guys, something a little bit interesting to mention, is there were two guys competing for time at right tackle. Now, at the moment, we don't really know who's going to be the starting right tackle, but these are the guys who really start to compete. You had Zach Tom and Yosh Nijman. I think that's how you say his name, Nijman. However you say it, those two have been splitting time, trying to fight for that starting job at right tackle. Probably going to be very interesting to see which one of these guys ends up winning the job overall. But this battle will likely take all of training camp and most of the preseason before they decide, this is going to be our guy. He's going to be our guy. You know what I mean? So it's going to take them a little bit. So let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys think will be the starting right tackle at the start of the regular season? Now, another name I want to bring up to you guys is a rookie wide receiver, an undrafted wide receiver, who is absolutely making noise almost every single day throughout, rookie minicamp, OTAs. He's been making a huge name for himself, Malik Heath. Now, listen, there is some good wide receivers on the team. You got Christian Watson, you got Romeo Doubs, you got Jayden Reed, you got Datavion Wicks, you got Grant DuBois, you got three rookie wide receivers. And then you got some undrafted guys. And Bo Melton, he's came over here from Seattle a couple years ago. You got, Samori. And now Malik Heath is a guy who's really breaking out here over the first few days of minicamp. Now, he had a monster season at Ole Miss last year, playing with a chip on his shoulder after teammate Jonathan Mingo was drafted in the second round. He's a guy who, wanted to come out here and be explosive as an undrafted free agent, and he's doing that right away. He's positioning himself to have a nice offseason turning into a nice training camp. We'll see if he can continue this dominance in training camp, because he's a guy that, when I look at this roster, I can see them holding a guy like Malik Heath either on the practice squad or the regular roster, depending on if some of these other guys like Datavion Wicks, Grant DuBois, if those guys can make the roster, they might hold 7, and it might just be Malik Heath. So we'll see what happens with Bo Melton, Jeff Cotton, Deuce Watts, Jacadius Bonds. There's some guys over here that are trying to compete for a name, but it looks like Malik Heath is a guy who is trying to make a name for himself right now. Now, another name I want to bring up to you guys is a rookie, a 6th-round rookie kicker, Anders Carlson. As we all know, his brother Daniel Carlson is on the Raiders, and he is one of the best kickers in the NFL. Now, his brother is coming out here to start minicamp, and he's having an excellent start. He went 5 for 6 on Tuesday, and then 6 for 6 on Wednesday. He showed power, accuracy, and just concentration throughout his entire start here at minicamp, and that's something you love to see. As a kicker, you really never know how good a kicker can be until they really start getting into the game format. But so far, he's had an incredible start, and if we look at his brother, excellent player. So if he's anything close to that, this is a W pickup here for the Packers, who obviously Mason Crosby's gone. So we'll see what happens with Anders Carlson, how he is in 2023. Now, a couple of other things I want to bring up is some 7-on-7 drills. Now, Jordan Love wasn't the best, but he wasn't awful as well. He had a nice little crosser to Luke Musgrave. He got past Campbell, and then on another play, he got the ball deflected by, I believe, Jair Alexander. It was intended for Romeo Doubs, so that one got incomplete. Then he found Josiah DeGuara over in the flats, I think, over Heath, and then Heath over the middle. So he had back-to-back completions to Josiah and Malik Heath, and then he threw one to the right side, which I think got deflected, and then he had another strike down the middle of the seam, which was a nice pass. Now, Jordan Love's a guy who we haven't really seen too much of here in Green Bay, but I'm excited to see his development. And then a couple of other guys that kind of, noteworthy names that I took from the reporters: Bo Melton, Malik Heath, Patrick Taylor, Ladarius Hamilton, and Corey Ballantyne. Those guys stood out, in minicamp. So those are some guys I need you guys to, keep an eye on going forward into the start of training camp. This should be a fun rest of the season, or rest of the preseason, I should say. There's a lot of spots where, guys could start, guys could lose their jobs, so we'll see what happens. I mean, you got a guy like Darius Hamilton, who right now is like a fourth-string outside linebacker who could possibly compete for a backup job. You never really know. And then in terms of offensively, I mean, they have a lot of question marks right now. Obviously, you got Watson and Dobbs, who are your 1-2, but who's going to be the slot? Is it Jaden Reed? Is it Datavion Wicks? Is it Grant DuBois? Is it Samori? Is it Malik Heath? Like, you got a lot of questions that you need to answer going forward in terms of the offensive line. Who's going to be the starting right tackle? At tight end, who's going to be the starting tight end? Luke Musgraves looked good, but Tucker Kraft is finally healthy, getting into the offense, getting into the the swing of things. So is he going to step up and make a name for himself over the next couple of days here? You got Jordan Love, you got Sean Clifford. Is Sean Clifford going to be the backup quarterback? There's so many things that they need to answer over the next couple of weeks, next couple of months here as we head into training camp. And then defensively, the defense looks actually really good. You bring in Jonathan Owens, who's probably going to be the starting free safety. Maybe you got Rudy Ford competing there as well. You bring in Tavarius Moore, another safety that they needed. But overall, I like the way this defense looks. I think they got a lot of good players, a lot of ballers. So let me know in the comment section down below, who are you most excited to see, whether it's a rookie, a second-year player, a veteran. Who are you most excited to see on this Packers team in 2023? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Pro Class, the absolute best place for you to take your game to the highest level. It's the first of its kind sports training and development platform where you can reach your highest potential by learning from some of the best athletes on the entire planet. Some of these guys include Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Allen Iverson, DeMar DeRozan, and so many more. And I have some great news to you guys. If you guys go use my code MattyDubs, you'll get 50% off hundreds of training videos, workouts, and drills, and you can get in the lab right now. So go check it out. Go steal some of the secrets from some of the top players in the world right now. And if you are interested in developing your skills at any level, if you play in middle school, high school, college, or if your goal is just to be a better athlete, a better basketball player, this is where you need to go. Nobody else does this. Go check them out, and you can learn, develop your skills at a fast pace, high speed level. Click the link in the description for instant access to all of the secrets in the world. And remember, using code MattyDubs will get you 50% off right now, so don't miss out on this offer.